Hello, everyone, and today is Monday, and we're excited to have you back. One of the things that we're doing today is we're learning about something different. We're going to learn our final section, which is on color and understanding what color is. We are going to dissect different types of color theory. We're going to learn about what colors go with each other, what colors are complementary, what colors are split complementary. We're going to run through that today. And we are going to get you started on a color wheel project, as you can see behind me. All right, so let's go ahead, and first thing I'm going to do today is to talk about the project so that you know what it consists of. So how can we create, our central question is how can we create a successful composition by using color and color theory? The way you do that is to make sure that you have colors that align with each other on the color wheel and that they are side by side or they're analogous or across from each other. But you're going to use colors that go with each other on the color wheel. And we're going to talk about how that happens in a few minutes. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you, and that way you can see what we're going to do for our project first, and then we're going to go into our second part. Okay. All right. So first thing that I wanted to do is to talk about this particular project. What you're going to do is you're going to use found objects in your home. Okay. Anything that you have at your house. And you're going to design and create a color wheel. You're going to upload progress of that every day except today, because you're going to have some things that you're going to have to upload from the lecture today. Okay. So for instance, you're going to find items at your home. And if you can't find a specific item, the last resort is for you to actually color that something and color it in. But I need for you to find actual things at your house. It can be anything. Okay. So one of the things that you have to know first is the order of the color wheel. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the order, and I'm going to sing this little song to help you to remember, because on your final exam, you have to know the order of the color wheel, and you have to know that they are put in the correct section. All right. So the way to remember the color wheel is by singing this song. Okay. Gonna clap our hands. Yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, 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 violet, violet, red, orange, yellow. Okay, that is my country western song for the color wheel. Okay, for those who missed that right then, I'm gonna do it one more time. And let me stop sharing because I think you need to really see my face on this one. Okay, so you can clap along with me at home, and do not share this with anybody, please. Okay, I'm playing. Ready? Yellow, yellow, blue, blue, violet, orange, yellow. Okay. And yes, I say yellow because I'm country. Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue to share my screen with you all, but I wanted you to see the color wheel order that you are supposed to put your color wheel designs in. Okay. All right. So the first color you see is yellow, then you go to yellow, green. Um, and I was gonna actually get you all to sing it and upload it today, but I know that'll be a little bit much for you. So normally when we're in class, physically, you all sing the song with me. Y'all got out of it this year. Now let's go down. Now let's see what we have. So let's look up here. So you started with yellow. They had a lemon at their house. They had this paint here. They had a yellow thing, a pencil. So they're finding all these different things, and then they're aligning them in a circle. They're putting them in a circle to create the color wheel. So this is yellow. They had some hand sanitizer that was yellow green. This was yellow, yellow green, blue violet, red violet. It had a lipstick there, a little flower. So those are some things whatever you have at your house, your toothbrush. So you're gonna put all of that in order to create the color wheel, okay? And you're gonna put it in a circle, okay? And make sure that you use a white poster board or something white, or a white sheet or something, or something that's really that you something white or so that you can kind of see these colors and it can stand out. Do not put it on a black background. When you take your pictures, make sure that you take it so you can stand on top of it so you can see all these different colors. Okay. So the quality of your pictures, try to make sure your pictures look good when you do that. Okay. Now let's scroll down. Here's another example right here. They use candy, whatever they had at their house, sunglasses, soap, scissors, any of this, grapes. Oh, this is a little ball. This is an orange. So you see how they use that to create this color wheel. So everything has to line up to a central point to look like a circle. You see how everything goes around in a circle. That's what we want for this particular project, okay? So that's what we're looking for this project. So every day I'm going to give you a color to upload, and then at the end on Friday, you're going to upload your picture of all of it together, okay? All right, so this is an example here of how we wanted the project to look. You're going to find these objects using colors and take a picture of your progress daily. Make sure that you put it on a white background or poster board so we can see the colors, okay? So make sure whatever background you do, that you do it well so that we can see these colors, okay? All right, now, and I'm going to upload this description as well in the box for you all. So now let's talk about color theory, okay? All right, first thing we want to do is I want you to today, you're going to upload 10 things that you learned from this. Today, all of this is going to be on your exam. So you do need to look at it, learn it. Everything we've done so far is on your exam. And we're going to talk about your exam more next week, okay? So let's see from current slide. All right, so let's look at this. So understand that color is all around us. Artists use color to help convey a mood, a feeling, a thought of or idea. Colors are associated even with emotions. So if you're sad, of course, you're going to think about using colors that are like darker, like blues and grays, things like that. If you're happy, sometimes people use colors like yellows and reds and oranges because they're in a good mood. Okay, so colors can be associated with emotions. Colors can also be grouped into primary, secondary, and intermediate colors, okay? We're gonna break those down and dissect those. The primary colors that you need to know, and it is on your exam as well, is yellow, blue, and red. Those are the primary colors, okay? Primary colors cannot be mixed from any other colors. They are separate. They have to be by themselves. You cannot mix another color to make red, yellow, and blue. Those are the basic colors. All other colors are mixed from combinations of red, yellow, blue, black, and white, okay? So those are some things to think about. So we're gonna quiz ourselves right now. Which of the following statements is not true? A, red, yellow, and blue are primary colors. B, you must have primary colors to make all other colors. Or C, primary colors can be mixed using other colors, okay? So we just went over that. So the answer to that is, remember that the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Primary colors cannot be mixed with any other colors, and all other colors are mixed from combinations of red, yellow, blue, black, and white, okay? All right. So the answer is primary colors cannot be mixed from any other colors, okay? Let's go into secondary colors. Remember, you're going to take 10 notes from this today and upload it for your grade. Secondary colors are mixing using combination of the primary colors, red plus yellow plus orange. Yellow plus blue equals green, and blue plus red equals violet. So that's what you use to create these particular colors, secondary colors. Secondary colors are what you see there, okay? So you see here, when you have red and you mix yellow together, you're gonna make orange, okay? Okay, so yellow plus blue is going to make green. And blue plus red is going to make violet, okay? So that's what you do. If you're gonna mix paint, you're gonna mix color pencils, any type of media, that's what you need to know. All right, so we're gonna click on these and we're gonna test our knowledge, okay? So we need to remember primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Secondary colors are orange, green, and violet, okay? All right, good job. So I just wanna make sure that you all remember that for your exam. The color wheel is a tool that artists use to organize colors. That's what you see behind me, okay? So the color wheel is when you mix primary and secondary colors and it looks something like this. So the color wheel has more levels to it than you think. So if you see here, you have the primary and the secondary that you have these 6 colors, but it gets into more colors than that. So now we're going to move into intermediate colors. Intermediate colors are mixed using a primary color and the secondary color right beside it, okay? For example, blue-green. So we mix part of blue and part of green. So 50% of each to create those particular colors, okay? These, all right, so I'm gonna go back to that slide. My throat was a little. So these colors, for example, okay, these colors are then placed between the primary and secondary colors on the color wheel. Okay. All right, this is a full color wheel that has the 12 sets of colors, okay? So you see there, we're gonna start with yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, blue, violet, violet, red, red, orange, orange, yellow. On your final exam, you're gonna have a blank color wheel and you're gonna have to fill it in to make sure that you know and recognize the colors, okay? And these are what you use to mix these colors, okay? All right, now, yellow plus green is yellow green. Blue plus green is blue green. Blue plus violet is blue violet. Yellow plus orange is yellow orange. Red plus orange is red orange. Red plus violet is red violet, okay? So those are the colors that we see represented there, okay? Make sure that you know those. So let's quiz. Which of the following colors would you mix with blue to make an intermediate color? Yellow, orange, or green? That's the question. Okay. So we mix a primary color to add a secondary color in it. Okay. So there you are. So you can kind of see that. When we mix the primary color blue with the secondary color green, we make the intermediate color blue-green. Okay. Another question, which of the following colors would you mix with orange to make an intermediate color? Okay, you're gonna mix the color to make an intermediate color. Green, red, or blue. To mix the intermediate color, we add primary color to its secondary color, okay? All right, so that breaks down and shows you the different types of colors on the color wheel and what colors to mix to make primary, secondary, and intermediate. So we have yellow, yellow, green, all of those, blue and blue, green, blue, violet, violet. Yellow, orange, yellow plus orange makes yellow, orange. Red plus orange makes red, orange. Red plus violet equals red, violet. Good job. So fantastic. Yes, red and orange make red, orange. Okay. So this is anything that you can use to create your colors on the color wheel. Okay. Now you need to know for your final exam that tints is when you add white to a color and a shade is when you add black to a color. So my question is, why do we say we're going to tint our windows? Because when you tint, you're adding white, but when you shade, you're adding black. So really, you're shading your windows. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, deep thoughts. Artists often make tints and shades of color. To make a shade of a color, we add black. To make a tint of a color, we add white. So you can see that, okay? So you will add white to red. Of course, it's gonna make pink, okay? If you add white to blue, it's gonna make a light blue. Okay? So it says to make a tint of color, we add white. And here are some examples of a color with their tint. So you can see an example there of what color you mix and how it gradually gets lighter and lighter. Okay, to mix a shade, we add black. You see that when we start off with that blue and we add a little bit more black, you see how darker and darker it gets. Okay. So this is a color wheel and a color star. They added more black to these colors, and you see how the darker color it gets. To make a quiz time, to make a tint of a color, we add black. True or false? All right. So to make a tint of color, we add white, not black. All right. Cool beans. All right. So those are some things that I want to make sure that you know. And we talked about shades, making sure that shade is when you add black to a color. Okay. When we add a shade, we add black. Okay. All right. Now we're going to understand that there's different types of color schemes. You do need to know for your final exam, monochromatic color schemes means tints and shades of one color. Monochromatic color scheme means tints and shades of one color. Okay, so it's one color using tints and shades. You can see example of that there. Okay. This is an example of Mark Chagall's work using tints and shades of blue. All right, complementary colors direct each other on the color wheel. Okay, each color has only one complementary color. Next, each color appears vivid as it can. Okay, here's another example of Cezanne's work. When an artist uses two or more colors that are next to each other on a color wheel, that is called an analogous coloring scheme. So colors that are analogous are side by side on the color wheel. So for example, yellow, yellow, green, and green are analogous. Red, red, orange, orange are analogous, okay? So those are some examples. And you can see yellow, yellow, green, and green, and this one is an analogous color scheme. Okay, Picasso had a blue period. You can see an example of that. And these are some notes that you can take. A monochromatic color scheme is color that has tints and shades complementary directly or opposite of each other on the color wheel. And the analogous color scheme is next to each other on the color wheel, okay? All right. All right, so those are just some things I wanted to make sure that you all understand about color and making sure that you recognize color and you're able to understand that cool colors are the bottom half of the color wheel. You see all these colors, greens, blues, and purples. Those are cool colors. Warm colors are, of course, your pinks. And lime green is actually considered a cool color. Isn't it something? And red violet is considered a warm color. All right. Good job. So guys, I wanted you to know and understand how color affects certain things. Make sure that you write your 10 facts today and upload that for a grade. Start looking for objects around your house because you're going to start uploading that tomorrow. But go ahead and upload your 10 facts from the lecture today because you are going to see this again along with value and everything else that we went over this year on your final exam. Okay? All right. Thank you.